What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked, but highly important in your recruiting business. This is your value proposition. All right, guys, if you follow me already, thank you. If you don't, welcome to the channel. I talk a lot about recruiting, business, entrepreneurship, investing, real estate, everything of the sort. If you like that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe to the channel, give a like. We're going to talk about your value proposition in the recruiting business, and I'm going to surgically dissect exactly what needs to be in your value proposition. Let's get right to it. Oh, hey, also, if you have not joined our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, please join the group. There are over 16,000 of us in the group, all talking about recruiting and staffing nonstop. You're gonna love it. Definitely join the group, link in description, and let's get right into this video. All right, guys, so there's a few steps to actually get a really good value prop down for your recruiting clients. And this is gonna make all the difference because it's quite literally gonna be the difference between you actually getting a contract with a client or not getting a contract with that prospective client. So we wanna get this right on the first try because you only have one try. So let's go through it surgically. I'm going to show you precisely how to get this done and how to get it down pat so that you get contracts signed left and right. All right, so the first thing that you really need to convey to your client is that you have industry experience. So when you're speaking with a client of whatever industry it is, whatever niche you have that you're working on, you want to convey to them that you and your team that are going to be working on filling the roles they need have knowledge of that industry. Okay, so let's backtrack just a little bit. If you don't have knowledge of that industry, if you're not an expert, if you haven't come from that industry, that's okay. We can learn what we need to learn, right? We don't need to literally get a PhD in the niche, right? You don't need to have a PhD in accounting to fill accounting roles, okay? I know plenty of people that do that all day long and make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it, but they have no accounting experience whatsoever. So we can learn the niche. What I mean by this is quite literally just learning the things about the niche, the things about the job description, right? Thoroughly read the job description, understand what it entails, understand certifications, understand certain job duties, job tasks, and what it would take for a certain candidate to be able to meet that bar. If you can understand the industry to that level, that means you can vet and screen and interview quality candidates that your client will hire. So convey that you are able to bring them quality candidates. You don't need to just flat out say, oh, we're absolutely experts in XYZ niche. You need to tell them that, yes, we have understanding and expertise in a variety of niches, including this niche. And then you can go off and learn exactly what you need to learn so that you can absolutely deliver on value. All right, the second one is pretty simple. If you have this, right? If you're not an absolute startup, like just right off the bat, provide experience, provide social proof, provide past clients potentially if you have them. Again, if you don't, not a problem. Don't worry about it. You can tell clients lots of things like, hey, we don't want to release any client information, or you can flat out tell them you're going to be my first client. You can go with either option. One, it's kind of, playing Russian roulette, but it is what it is. You can go with either of those. But if you have it, flaunt it. Let them know that you've delivered for other clients at high value. They're going to love that. All right, so the third piece of crafting a high value proposition is crafting something that's going to be custom, okay? This is really, really important because no two clients are alike. So when you approach different clients, they're going to have different needs. What that means is you're going to have to tailor, create your value prop to their exact needs. If they're really, really focused on one particular element of the job description, or if they have some really, really serious need about something else about the job description, you need to hone in on that. You need to be their partner. Come alongside them. I say this often, right? Come alongside them and be their partner, right? You are actually their consultant. So come along with them and meet them where they are, right? So if they're really gung-ho, all about somebody having XYZ experience and that specifically, and if that's like the winner, like if that's going to get someone hired through you, then you damn well better customize your value prop to basically say, we're going to find people like that. Yep. Mr. or Mrs. Hiring Manager, we're going to find people exactly like that. All right. So number 4, this is pretty basic and simple as well, but you need to make your client problem aware and solution aware, right? So you need to dig the knife a little bit deeper into their problem. The fact that they have a need, right? You need to talk about the need. You need to talk about what that need entails, how big of an issue it is. You need to kind of blow it up and exaggerate it and make it a big deal. Make it dramatic, right? And then you need to make them solution aware, right? So the best recruiters I know provide the best solution to their client. This is basically your value prop in a nutshell, right? So they're going to provide every single detail of their value prop, everything that I'm outlining for you right now in one nugget right then and there, and make them solution aware of how clean and cut and dry the solution can be once they're involved, once you are actually in an agreement with them and you can provide solutions for them. Once they're problem aware and solution aware, the signing of the contract should be easy peasy from there. All right, so number 5, you want to include this in your value prop because it's just going to go that much further. Let your client know that you're going to be using high technology. You're going to be using systems. You're going to be using a lot of advanced tools to find candidates, the specific candidates that they want. This will help wrap up your value prop in a bow. That's exactly what your client wants to hear. So let them know how you go about your process. Let them know how you find your candidates. So add in a little bit of sprinkle there and let them know kind of how you start and how you finish. Show the end result before you actually have the end result, right? Show them what the process looks like, not everything, but show them exactly kind of how you're going to get there. All right, so number 6, and I love this one, okay? Let your client know the cost of vacancy. Do what I call stupid math with your client, right? Literally just lay out how much they are actually losing monetarily on a daily basis or a weekly basis or whatever it actually is. But oftentimes the cost of vacancy, meaning the cost of not having that role filled at that particular time, is costing that company a certain amount of money, whatever it is. Sometimes it's mediocre, sometimes it's a lot. But let them know and remind them and do this math with them. And quite frankly, just ask them, how much are you actually losing out on your top line revenue by not having this position filled on a day-to-day basis? When they give you that number, it's going to be extreme, right? I've talked to literally logistics managers that need forklift drivers who have told me that without a forklift driver in their workspace every single day, they're losing about $15,000 every single day. And understand, here's how that happens. If the forklift driver isn't available to load pallets, put things on trucks, take things from the warehouse, and maneuver things around, they can't ship that much more extra product per day. So if they're down one forklift driver, that means they're down the ability to profit $15,000 every single day. So the cost of using you, especially on a contingent basis, is nothing compared to the cost of what they're actually losing, the opportunity cost for the client. All right, so number 7, and I love this one. This one is really, really perfect because this kind of ties everything into a knot, and this goes into the theme of exactly how I like to explain exactly how you should work with your clients. Create a personal relationship and make this a team effort. Make yourself part of their team. Like quite literally insert yourself into their problem. Make it your problem, and then make it your mission to solve the problem. So when you create that personal relationship with the client, right, by just kind of letting them know, hey, we're in this with you. We want to find the candidate as fast as possible. We want to find the best candidate for you, the one, that has all the criteria you mentioned earlier. When you make it that personal, when you get to that level with your client, it becomes something totally different. And it becomes way, way easier for that client to just sign off on the agreement and get you to work. And finally get you to be able to place that candidate and make your money. All right, so number 8, this is short and sweet, but communication. Inform your client exactly how you'll be communicating with them throughout the entire process. They are going to love this, right? Your client needs communication. Every time you ping them with a text or a call or an email, whatever it is you guys decide upon, however you're going to do it, your client will appreciate so much that you put the thought into telling them how you're going to communicate through every step of the process. Because the process is not going to be simple and slow and all that kind of stuff. It's going to take a little bit of time, right? You're going to need to be able to communicate back and forth with them, and things might change, and there'll be all kinds of stuff that will come up. So you letting them know up front, here's our communication style. This is what we do. I'm going to be able to call you or email you, whatever you prefer, whatever works for us. We'll work it out, but we're going to communicate with you nonetheless. And everybody knows communication is key to basically everything, business and relationships. All right, so number 9 is something that people don't think of often, but this is key to you creating an awesome value prop. Dedicate a specific person as their point of contact, right? So if somebody were working with my team, I don't want them working with like 6, 7, 8 people, right? I want them working with one person, right? Like an account manager, somebody that's handling their account, handling their needs, knows everything about that client inside and out, knows everything about the needs of that client inside and out, and not somebody second guessing or wondering or just trying to fill in and fill the gaps. I want that person that created that personal relationship, that communication element with the client. I want that person to be the person that's fulfilling everything for this particular client. When you let them know they're going to have a dedicated person, one specific person to work on everything with them, it's going to wrap a bow on the value proposition once again and move it even closer to them just signing off on that agreement. All right, so number 10, last but not least on the best value prop, is creating a consultative and customized and results-oriented solution for your client. So this is the ultimate wrap on the bow, right? This is you absolutely giving your client hands down 100% certainty. What do people love? Certainty. When you can give your client certainty, okay, through your custom solution that's results oriented, where you're basically a consultant and you can give them ideas and concepts, and you've come alongside them, made yourself a part of their team, and basically just laid it all out there for them on exactly how you're going to help them, this will go well beyond the personal relationship. This will dive deeper. This will make them want to work with you again after you've delivered and actually signed this first contract. But nonetheless, this is really going to put the contract at the forefront and really make them want to just sign off and be ready to go with you. So this is the last but not least element to creating your ultimate value prop. All right, guys, when you do each and every one of those things and you do them all together and you become an expert at doing all of it, you're going to be seen as an expert, right? Which you are. So you're going to be seen as a consultative recruiting expert. And when you can do that and do it again and again and again, whether it's with that client or many clients, you're going to make a lot of money in recruiting. So that's exactly how to craft the ultimate value proposition for your clients. So go out and do it. Along with all that, if you enjoyed this video and you got some value out of it, please smash that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. And if you're not in Recruiter Empire, again, please join our Facebook group. Link in description. You'll definitely want to be in there. I'll see you guys next time.